So in the previous videos, I covered the topic of importance in terms of what does it look to discover your next career move, what that actually looks like, and why is it so vital in elevating your career profile. So now you should now have an idea in terms of what does your core interest look like and what you consider to be your personal strengths. You have now started to use your core interests together with your aligned strengths to search for the possibilities of various entry-level roles as well as career paths in the current job market. You've also started to do your research in finding out what available post-grad programs that you can start to apply for. You've also started to engage with various people, right? Either through informational interviews, job shadowing, or even practically doing the work itself. Because, let me tell you, ambitious professionals, the goal in finding your next career move does not necessarily mean that you will never ever change your career, but rather what you become is more intentional in terms of how you navigate your career going forward. So the next topic that I want to cover today is how can you build a strong career profile as a student, right? And that basically means, in my mind, creating a study routine and a strategy that works. That's what we're going to be discussing. That means that you have to have a goal for each module that you take. This means what do you actually want your overall marks to look like, whether in the semester, and then working backwards to track and benchmark the goal against each assignments, each test, each exam, and even the projects that you may have submitted. Secondly, having a study routine and a strategy that works means knowing how to manage your time accordingly and then creating habits that will allow for a study routine and ritual to actually flourish. It means prioritizing time for what actually matters. Managing your time is so important. You need to manage your time in terms of class attendance, group work projects, prepping for tests, attending facilitation classes, prepping for your upcoming class, and then creating a weekly timetable that actually works for you. A lot of students don't do that. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to actually ensure that you are prepping for all your classes and attending all your classes. This seems like basic information, but it's not always done. Prep for your classes, because when you do that, you actually get to understand the content and create questions on topics that you are not familiar with beforehand, right? So that when you get to the class, your lecturer can actually elaborate further for you during these class sessions. Attend all your classes and your lectures, please, because you cannot rely on friends or classmates to give you information or tidbits from the lecture itself. Let me tell you, I had a classmate who would purposely lie and exclude important information from classes that we may have missed, okay? My biggest mistake. I then once went to a class not knowing that we were actually writing a test. Can you believe that? Lastly, what I want you to do is I want you to find the time to always attend extra classes, and if there's tutoring offered, make use of that service. Know when to reach out and to ask for help. Reach out to your lecturers, book consultations with them. My personal biggest mistake whilst I was in university, which actually resulted in me failing my first year modules, was not asking for help. Rather, what I did is I suffered in silence. Remember, your lecturers are paid to assist you. So scheduling time to see them is your absolute right, and do not feel intimidated at all. So, my ambitious students, the purpose of creating a study routine that works is to help you in the next phase, which is becoming what we call a star student or becoming a star performer. In my next video, I'm going to be discussing why this is so quintessential for your graduate career.